Back to the No Script podcast, where everything's made up and nothing matters, including this intro. I'm not Kia.
But I am. Welcome to another episode of the No Script podcast. No intro needed. Kurt already gave it. Please welcome Kurt. I'm going to butcher the last name. I should have asked you before.
Tocci.
No way.
It is. No yes. Way. In Italian, this is the big argument here. In Italian, technically it's Tocci, right? CC, but there's also a Sicilian, two C's as a S sound, so Tocci.
Tocci.
That Kurt Tocci.
That sounds great.
It's my whole life. It's always been graduations and everything. It's like, and next, I'm like, here it comes.
Yeah,
They've known me for 4 years and they're still going to miss my last name. And Kurt Tocci. And I'm like,
I haven't heard Tocci.
That's me. Oh, yeah. Toshi, Tuki, Toki.
What if there's like sports betting on how they're going to pronounce your last name?
You name it, it's been said and mispronounced, but it's, I'm just like, yeah.
I was between Tocci and Tocci.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Tocci is what I go by, technically.
Is that your full name? Kurt Tocci.
Kurt Tocci, yeah.
What a name, dude. My last name is Nalbandi.
Right.
But in high school, whatever, like whenever they have to call my name, like you, I've gotten, dude, I don't even know where the letters came from. I've gotten Nalbandi.
Nalbandi.
I don't think he used my last name.
At all.
Oh, no, he did, right?
He mixed it up.
Oh, he said Kiana L. Bandy. He just gave me a middle name of L.
Nalbandi.
Kiana L.
Three of us have crazy last names.
I thought about changing my name a while ago, like my last name a while ago when I was doing TV and film, like in the TV and film world. I was like, oh, should I have a name that's more pronounceable? Back when I was trying to do the whole Hollywood thing, and I was going to use my middle name as my last name. My middle name is Daniel. So I was going to do Kurt Daniels to make it a little more generic. But, I was like, nah, it's unique, and I'm the only Kurt Tocci on anything. So you can search my name, and it doesn't come up with multiple. It's
like, dude, it's funny because Chris Barnett was one of our last guests, and Chris Barnett, he's huge on social media, right? But even when you search his name, this big Barnett African-American UFC dude comes up.
Yeah, Barnett is or even like just Chris is a common name, right? And then Barnett as well is a pretty, I've heard that more than once as far as someone's last name.
Yeah.
So just depends.
What a way to get into it, talking last names.
Are you the only Kia Nalbandi in the world?
Oh, interesting. Yeah, I think so. I'd hope so.
I've never met another Kia Albanandandi. So that's...
It was a humbling moment for me when I Googled my name, and there's just a lot, like hundreds.
Armand Zaidi?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Zaidi?
It's Zaidi's a very common name in my culture, yeah.
Interesting.
It's like Smith, to be honest.
Oh, it's like the Smith of okay.
Whites, yeah.
Okay.
You know what would have been funny if I'm like, sorry if I butcher your name. You're like, no worries. Everyone gets. I'm like, Kurt Tocci. I only get the first name.
You get the last
wrong.
name right. Yo, no joke. I've said my name at Starbucks, not my last name, but just Kurt. And straight up, I have gotten Kiyrt. I think they do it on purpose. I was like, what in what universe is Kiyrt?
Kiyrt?
It was like if my name was like a slur. It's like Kiyrt. This is what it was. And I was like, okay, and I took a picture of it and I put it on my story. And so they won. I feel like they do that on purpose.
Yeah, marketing.
Do they?
I feel like they do. I feel like in their training video, when you're, behind the, in the back room at Starbucks, watching those, little welcome to the team. We're glad to have you.
Rule one.
Yeah, it's like whenever you write a customer's name, make sure to absolutely spell it the most wrong way possible. This will increase marketing and they'll want to take a picture of it. Even if it's John, spell it with 18 letters. Like,
it goes around the cup like 4 times.
Yeah.
It's a bunch of letters.
Yeah, there's like a Q in there. Jahagawan. Oh, the Q's silent.
That's interesting. I mean, that makes sense if they do. It's a great marketing tactic.
Yeah. No, I feel like or if I was a barista, I would do it on purpose just for fun. Yeah. Like if I was working there, I would be like, you know what? Yeah, I'm going to spell this person's name wrong on purpose.
I'm so used to saying my name and spelling my name for them, but they still get it wrong.
I usually have done that with my last name. Like if I'm on the phone with, like insurance or internet, I'm like, oh, what's your name? And I'll say Kurt. And then I won't even say Tocci. I'll I'll go straight into Kurt, Tocci, like, and they go, okay, thank you very much, Mr. Toki. I'm like, God.
Isn't there a Pokemon similar to Toki? Togepi?
Togepi. Yeah.
Oh,
So that's the scoop.
You got to make a merch line. Speaking of merch, I like the merch.
Hey, thank you. Yes.
You should make a merch line of Togepi, the Pokemon right here.
Right.
With your hair.
Yeah, like.
But it's pronounced Tosapi.
Tosapi. It's questionable.
Well, okay, that was a great way to start this. I kind of brought up your hair. I'm very curious about the hair. Because I went through your Google.
Sure.
That hair...
It's really long. It's really long right now.
You've always had hair.
It needs a cut. If we look at this, if we can, it's pretty high right now. So I definitely need to get. Yeah, here we go. See the height. It's got the wave going now. I definitely am due for a haircut. But yes, what about it? What would you like to know?
I'm jealous a little bit.
I'm very jealous actually, because I think when you wake up, how many thoughts do you go through in your head until you're like, time for my hair?
You know what's really funny? It doesn't take me long to do my hair. It takes me less than 3 minutes to do my hair. And in fact, sometimes I wake up and it's already done. I don't get massive bedhead. I don't get...
Really?
Like, it's just it's trained so much over the years that like it just kind of sits in this. And my hair grows straight. So like my cowlick, right? It grows in a clockwise, like, in the back, but it pushes everything straight. So since my hair grows straight down, it doesn't have a natural swoop to it. So I grew it out and then started to train it to go over to the side. And then I used to do the whole ski slope thing where it would just go like up, like straight up like this. Or I used to do like, short with like a little kind of faux hawk-esqueness back in the day when that was a thing. But as I matured and got older, I was like, go for the more like David Beckham kind of side swoopy thing, but just with a little bit more... oomph.
So what do you call that? Is that a quiff? Isn't it a quiff?
It's right? technically a pompadour.
What's a quiff?
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure that's a quiff, right?
It's more flatter and less hair. A quiff.
Because I know Zayn Malik had a quiff back in the day, right?
Messi's a quiff.
Sounds questionable.
Dude, I grew up always wanting hair like a celebrity, right? But the celebrities I chose, my hair was nothing like them. In middle school, dude, it was Justin Bieber, right? Like I wanted hair like Justin Bieber.
Like the long hair Justin Bieber?
The long hair Justin Bieber in front of his face Justin Bieber.
This was a huge thing, the hair flip.
Exactly, dude. I used to always push my hair in on the sides. I used to flatten it out and have it just like that. But the problem is, every time my hair got to that length, my mom would take me to get a haircut. Dude's like 80 years old and shaking. I'd always show him a picture because I was a kid, so I kind of my mom was like, he'll do whatever you want. Just show him a picture. Every time I'd show him a picture of Justin Bieber, but the hair would always come out differently.
I think we have all done that. There are many people out there who are probably watching have had some, obviously, like a direction in which the hair that you want. They probably use a celebrity because they get trending hairstyles, and people go into barbershops and like, I want this hairstyle.
But a lot of times the barbers could kind of start to replicate it.
Right.
Dude, sometimes I'd walk out with a buzz cut. Sometimes I'd walk out with like a mid fade. Sometimes the top would be gone.
Choice. Yeah. Your barber's just dealer's choicing it on you. He's like, what do I want to do to Kia today? How about a cul-de-sac? And he just puts straight up cul-de-sac haircut in your head. Yeah, it's a matter of like training it because it has not always been this, as people say, glorious or such good hair or whatever you want to call it. It has not always been like this. It took me a while to train it to do this and to be at this format. So it's
what do you put in it?
I use a little bit of Axe matte, whatever, just a little bit. So it's not wet because if you use wet gel, then your hair looks wet.
I don't like that look, the wet look.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, it looks like, I'm like, are you sweating or you just get out of the shower? But then you touch it and it's like rock hard.
Yeah. Oh man, that's the worst.
Yeah,
dude.
no. This is
like
a matte. Yeah, this is like a matte wax. And it's called whatever, like Axe whatever. It's like it's got blue, like a blue label on it.
Ooh, the high quality stuff.
It's literally like a $9 like container of. It'll last me months, like, because I don't use that much. It's just literally kind of like depends on how heavy it is or how long it is. If it's longer, I have to use a little bit more, obviously, to keep it, up. But like I could like, here, look, we'll do this right now. Look.
Oh, sneak peek of.
We'll just mess this up. See, so like my hair will never look like this ever Like it just doesn't do this. So this is like, oh, my hair is messed up. What will I do?
Just one hand up.
And then we just like, we're back.
Oh man. Hey, it looks better than what it did.
And that's it. And we're back.
Damn, get me there, baby. Oh.
So yeah, it just depends on, you know, how long it is or, but normally I get it cut pretty short and then it'll just stay. It'll be chill.
Are you loyal to one barber?
I am. Yeah. Yeah. I've been going to the same barber. I'm very particular about my hairstyle, obviously, and you got to trust the person who cuts it. And yeah, my guy NJ, shout out. He's the man. He's been cutting my hair since 2014. Same guy, 2014. I don't have like a set schedule. Obviously, things get a little more busy nowadays, but whenever I do need a haircut, I go to him.
Has he kept the same price for you over the years?
No, his price has increased.
2014 was like $8 for a haircut.
No, his price has gone up willingly, you know, rightfully so, with today's age, but like worth it. I have no hesitation, like at all, because he keeps it the same, you know. I don't ever leave and be like, dang, oh no, why does it look like this? Like it's never, I've always been like, all right, cool. I'll get it cut before an event or before a trip or whatever.
Does that count as a tax write-off?
Technically, it does. I think that's one of the only things I like don't get a receipt for. I just kind of just pay him, like, and that's it. But everything else that is, you know, absolutely, yeah.
I think I wanted to ask. That's a good way to transition to like. I want to get into like your work and stuff, but a big question I had because I saw. We talked a little before about costumes, this, that, right? I'm an open book. So whatever you want to ask as far as anything, like whatever you like, I'm no holds barred. So feel free to ask. Cool. Can you take your pants off? Yeah. Let's do this. Let's focus in on that. Hold on. What if we just had a camera just directly zoomed in? We're just expecting
there's already a third camera. Right there. Not today. 10,000 likes and the shorts come off. 10,000 likes and the shorts will come off. Man. If that's allowed on YouTube. But there are also more shorts. There's a whole nother pair of shorts under this. 10,000 likes, you take it off. It's the same shorts. Yeah. Cool. Well, I wanted to ask about like, he mentioned tax write-offs and stuff. What's the most you spent on like a video, whether that's costumes, that's traveling, whatever? Sure. Kind of depends. I think the most, let's see. I would probably say the most I've spent on a video is Disney lightsabers. Over $800 on lightsabers. Really? Not counting the ticket to the park. Oh wait, no, that was in Disney World. I was invited to Disney World for a trip and I took advantage of being there. So I did it then. So I didn't pay for my park ticket because I was there for a separate creator event. But I did buy all the lightsabers legitimately from the park. And then walked through the park. I think it was like $809 or $810 for one video. And how many lightsabers was that? 20. Yeah. They were bought 30, that online. It would have been like $10 for that. This is what the misconception is. They're not the extendo lightsabers that like you condense like this. Yeah, they're not the cheesy plastic ones. These were the FX sabers that the beam goes up the saber and it's like a plexiglass. Like the quality one. The ones that could actually stab someone. Yeah, right. Well, you can actually, the ones you can actually kill someone with. Fingers off. I just didn't want to give out like a low quality lightsaber, so I got they're 30. I think they were 30, either $29.99 or 39. I don't remember. I think they were $30 each. So you did 20. That and gave it to kids out in the park. Yeah, I put them in a backpack and I just walked around and asked them if they, have a lightsaber. Because I was trying to like gauge it too, because I got swarmed. I got swarmed. I had a line. Like the second, everyone here is free, obviously, which is great. And I want, but I also, for the video's sake, I strategically don't dwell in a certain area because I don't want the whole video to be in one place and 60 seconds long. So I move locations to make it just handing one here, handing one there. Yeah, a few here, and then I change locations. So this way the video has different backgrounds. And so I'm thinking about all of that stuff. And so I'm not just literally in one location like a vendor giving these out. I get a lot of different reactions and give the chance to other people on the other side of the, Galaxy's Edge to see me rather than like, oh, I went through these 20 lightsabers in 5 minutes and that's it. Interesting. Yeah, but $800 I think is the most. Even with like the costume videos. The Star Wars treadmill, Star Wars characters using the treadmill, that was $6 and change. That was like $6.20 because Vader costume was expensive and Stormtrooper and stuff like that. But I think Disney takes the cake for the most spent.
Now, do you get a return on this? Do you see the money back?
Not all the time. It depends on how well the video does. But I don't, especially the lightsaber videos, I'm not doing these. This is also a misconception. Obviously, it is my job to make content, right? And like, that's how I make money. But I don't focus on that because I feel like good content will bring a new audience, which is then evergreen, which will then get all of my videos, more viewership and etc. Not about like, oh, if I spend this much money on a video, am I going to make that back? I just don't have that mindset. So I don't usually make the money back. I didn't make the money back on lightsabers. Disney treadmill actually is one of the videos I have made money off, like profited from what I spent on that video. But it just depends on everything, on how the video does. But I don't typically do it to make the money back. I do it just because it's a form of content that I like to
just put out there.
Yeah, put out there. Yeah, as one of my different styles.
I think that's what a lot of people don't understand, because that is a question I get a lot, but I've never actually asked another creator about it. They're like, oh wow, you did all that? Like, how much did you make off of it? And I'm like, I personally don't think about anything I make, even like I won't do the math afterwards. Be like, I spent this much. I never do that, right?
Yeah,
until it comes to tax time, I'm not really looking at how much I truly spent on stuff.
Right. And for everyone watching, a big thing, like when we're talking about taxes, obviously, depending on what age you are or whatnot, and we're getting into the, finances of creators, in the tax world, as a business or as a individual, we are expected to spend about 30% of our income on our business. So we need to be spending at least a third of what we make, quote unquote, on business expenses, right? Otherwise, if you make all this money, you have no business write-offs. You're just going to get destroyed with taxes. But these write-offs help balance that out. So spend money to make money is the age-old saying, right? But I spend money to make great content, and I feel great content will then build a bigger audience. If I make money from it, a little money here, I'd rather have, 10 solid videos, like 10 absolutely solid videos, than 100 okay ones. And those 10 solid videos bring me traffic. And one of my biggest goals when I make a video, like Disney treadmill or, the lightsaber ones, is how much publicity can this video get? And I hold myself to a standard of trying to make videos that other pages want to steal. If other pages want to steal my videos and put them up, or like they DM me and they're like, can we repost this?
Do you like that?
Yes. It's validating. It's like, oh, they want the attention that my video is getting. Like they want it so much they have to like DM me and be like, can we please post this on Lad Bible? Can we please post this on 9gag? Can we post this, X, Y, and Z? And then other fitness pages are taking it. And all, like that, to me as a creator, although creators are like, oh, people are stealing my content, reposting it, that's a compliment. Like, they're not, these pages that are stealing your content, they're, they might get hundreds of thousands of views on it or whatever, but like, obviously your video had to have done better than that in order for it to, be stolen. Like, you know what I mean? It had to have gotten a certain reach for them to steal it. And although I'm not condoning pages stealing content, it's like, I take it as a compliment. I'm like, great. Free publicity. Even if that page doesn't even tag me, someone is seeing my face on that scale.
Right.
You know what I mean?
That's true.
So it's like a win. It's a win if a page wants my content enough, they're willing to take it. And, if that's their life, to be like, there's a whole like fake TikTok page of someone who literally rips all my TikToks.
And just let it be.
I don't even care. Do your thing, whatever. It's not like their audience is bigger than mine.
Right.
If they want to post it, if that's what they, want to do, I'm not even going to waste my energy on it. But like, hey, it's like, all right, it's a compliment. Someone thinks my content's good enough to want to repost and try to make money off of. So do you, man.
Yeah. And you got into like a lot of covers, parodies, music type of genre stuff in your videos.
Yeah.
And I looked a bit into you. I told you before.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, you were posting songs on SoundCloud like over 10 years ago.
As a throwback. Yeah. I grew up doing musical theater in Colorado. Because in Colorado, there wasn't really TV film. And at the time that was like the goal. It was like, go to Hollywood, be a TV film, be an actor. But musical theater was kind of the outlet for performing. So I did that for like my entire young adulthood until I moved to California. So I have 20 plus years of a musical theater background, singing, shows and etc. And so I would always do covers of songs and put them on SoundCloud when SoundCloud first came out, and keep my musical theater roots. And that has kind of transitioned now with my current content, which is a variety, as we've talked about lightsabers and Disney treadmills. And although I have an overarching umbrella in which that is like Disney-esque, I'm not just a Disney content creator. Mm-hmm. I thrive on it because my audience I have a strong audience of that. But I am very much so a variety page. I do parodies, I do memes, I have cat videos, I do Disney content, I do skits. I don't hold myself to any specific box of like, oh, he's the guy who dances in every video at different locations. I just don't. I would get bored. I would burn out. You know what I mean? Doing the same thing all the time. So I just make whatever I want to make. And I feel like people, when they watch that, they will be like, oh, he's having a great time with this video. He loved making this. And they're going to, resonate with that and follow me for me and not the content necessarily. Obviously the content, but like not because I do a specific kind of content.
Right.
So they'll just follow me as an individual.
Now, how big is, like if you watch a lot of like Kurt videos, right? Yeah. You get a lot of smiles. You get
I watch a lot of Kurt videos.
Do you?
Yeah.
Some might say you.
My mom is
too, huh?
my mom is my biggest fan. Shout out, Mom. She's probably watching this.
Me too. I think my mom's probably watching this right now too.
Shout out, Mom.
Typing to each other in the chat. That's funny. I think because I noticed you have this really bright energy you put out in your videos. I
appreciate it. Yeah.
And is that something that like you just over the years of theater, you're like, this is how I'm gonna be? Is this who you always been? Is this where you like? I don't want to say like, because I know when I was getting into content at first, I had a friend, he was like, hey, the happier you look and the more family friendly you are, the less you curse, the more you'll have opportunities with brands. Now, is this something that you've like kind of strategically done, or is this something that who Kurt really is?
Sure. Yeah, that's a great question. I definitely agree. Although I don't put on anything. It's just, this is just who I am. Like I said, like I just make content that I want to make and how I want to make it and my energy. Don't get me wrong. When you watch some of my videos, I add what's called internet energy, right? And the internet energy is like that, like, hey guys, not the fake, like, what's up guys? Welcome back to my channel. Thank you. So, it's like, I don't go that hard, but I do have a personality and I like to, in this moment when I'm making content or whatever, like it makes me that happy to where it reads through what I'm doing. Mm-hmm. And I love the concepts of the videos that I do. So I have fun and whatever comes through, I won't like rewatch and be like, oh wow, yeah, I didn't look like I was happy enough. Mm-hmm. I won't read into it that much. Right. But you're absolutely right. Brands don't want to see creators who like swear in all their content. You're going to get very limited, right? If you're more on the adult side, whether it's like language or adult themes of like context, like Trevor Wallace, right? Like hilarious, but his brand deals are probably few and far between because they're only ones that like White Claw, right? Or like things that fit fit him. But I can work with anyone. Any brand can watch my video and be like, oh wow, he could integrate our brand into a fun little skit. He's family friendly. He's not, but I'm not like for kids. I'm like, this is a little secret sauce. When you watch my videos, or what I tell people is I go under the content rule of what I like to call the Marvel rule. Anything that you would watch, hear, see in a Marvel movie is what is the limit my content would go to. Deadpool is the only exception. The average Marvel movie. That was Fox. Deadpool was Fox, right? But it's going to be Marvel. Not anymore. But correct. Everything besides Deadpool. But in a Marvel movie like that, like the Avenger MCU, right? Mm-hmm. You might get your occasional like ass or, shit or whatever. But I don't even, in my content, like when I have it in a video, it'll cut off for humor purposes. Like, oh, son of a bitch. and then it's funnier to me to like cut it away than to actually say it out loud, or like, you know what I mean? When you just leave it. But again, I still don't even do that often anyway. I just don't find the need to like do that. So I am just naturally more family friendly and high energy.
Do you cuss a lot in your daily life? Or do you
not a lot. Usually only when I'm playing Fortnite and I get mopped by like a bunch of 12. Yeah,
really?
Dude,
what?
every
dude,
day.
I'm trying to find someone.
Every day
no
I
way.
catch dubs, bro.
You're kidding.
I play every single day.
No build or build?
No build.
Dude, we gotta get on.
No build,
my
bro.
god.
No build. I'm a level 70 already for the season.
Really? Oh,
Yeah.
you're heavy into it.
Yeah, I'm a sweat, bro.
How many?
Oh, crowns?
Yeah.
I think I have like 12 crowns.
What?
12 crown wins.
You play solo?
No, I do, but like mostly with like I have a group of friends. Like sometimes I'll do duos, whoever's online.
Dude, hit me up.
Trio squads. Yeah,
Let's just cut right now, dude. Let's just start playing Fortnite, dude.
Thanks for watching. We're gonna go.
It cuts the arm on sitting in during the outro. We're over there just We're
gonna go catch some dubs on Fortnite. Yeah, it's kind of like my decompression. Like I love Xbox, and also all my friends back home in Colorado, like my OG friends, like my ride or dies, right? They all live in Colorado, and that's how I stay in touch with them. Although we text and, we'll hop on the phone or whatever, but that's my spending time with them as we game. So we'll play like Rocket League or Fortnite, Among Us, we'll just, like, this is like a nightly thing that we all just get online at the end of our quote unquote work day.
Yeah.
After I'm done like editing or whatever. It's just the time where I can just disconnect, even though I don't look at my content as work. I just don't. I know I have a lot on my plate to get done, but I still like to compartmentalize that time to, chill and just play some video games and yell at my TV. But that's the only time I'll swear.
Yeah.
Is at my TV in my house.
Oh man, that's good. Have you thought about streaming?
I have, but I have zero like space. You have to like set up a whole thing for it, like like your old backdrop and like I play on my TV. I don't play on like a monitor.
Too, dude. All my homies are on like monitors.
Yeah.
They got like the crazy setups.
I'm not that hard. I'm just playing on my literal living room TV.
People kind of like that vibe now, though.
What, the monitor?
Back, like.
It's also the thing is, I think I've realized I thought about streaming, but I also feel like this is a disconnect from what I'm doing.
It's a whole nother lifestyle. It's like having a podcast.
Yeah.
Like, although I've even thought about having a podcast, but when would I have the time for that? I have to literally have things such in order that I would make my content and then do a podcast as well. So it's a lot to balance. Right. So if you're talking about streaming, although if I just took advantage of me playing games with my friends and streamed that, it's still a whole nother like audience to build and thing to promote and blah, blah, blah. And maybe down the road when I have a house and a separate room, I could set it up for like a gaming stream. Like, sure. Like I'm not opposed to it because I'm going to be playing games anyway. Come watch me absolutely wreck children at Fortnite.
Are you one of the guys that just like makes someone feel bad?
I don't know. I'm not like talking about myself like I'm the best Fortnite player ever, but I'm pretty damn good. I've been playing since like season 2. Damn. So I'm pretty good. And I mean, like, I don't know what like good constitutes as, but like I average like 7 kills a game and I usually place between first and third.
Damn. Dude, I saw this video. It was a Call of Duty video. The dude is crouch sniping. This dude comes up behind him.
I think I've seen this.
Adds him.
Oh yeah, and then
sends him a message.
Yeah, and then kills him.
Behind
yeah,
you.
I've seen that. Yeah.
I was like, oh my! I was
savage.
Like, would you do something like that?
I don't think. No, I think someone who operates on that level is an absolute just G, which is hilarious. I don't think about that. I think about like just strategy and like my friends always get mad at me too. And if they're watching this, you guys can just shut up. They get so mad at me because we'll be in like an area, right? And then maybe a team will come in and they're like, oh, we got footsteps or whatever. And the team on us.
Are you out? You going to fight?
It depends on how, like if someone gets downed instantly, I'm not just going to like run over there and try to help them because then I don't know where anyone is. So I'm like the only one apparently who uses my brain. So I'll like take advantage, get high ground, assess situation. Can I take someone out from a distance? Can I X, Y, and Z? Like usually end of the day, I end up being the reviver because I do bail to prolong the game. Like,
oh, you're one of those.
I will leave a situation if it's too hot. Like if we just get mopped on by a team, like if we just get ambushed,
you're like,
I'm out. out. I carry shockwaves.
I was about to ask what your loadout was.
I carry the rocket ram. I am out.
Oh, you have shockwaves and rocket ram?
Yes. I will. I'm the best offense is good defense. So I'm out. I'd rather get my team's cards, reboot them, and several occasions I have done that, and we have won. Like I've rebooted and we've clutched the win.
Okay,
because of doing that, as opposed to attempting to fix the situation now
right away.
I would rather. Okay, all right, they won that little battle. Let me get my cards. I'll reboot them, and then we'll come back and we'll win.
Here's my loadout, okay?
Okay.
AR.
Sure.
What's the new one called?
Twin mag.
Twin mag.
Twin mag. It's all right.
I like the MK more, but
yes.
Yes. So twin mag, I like. If I could choose a shotgun, obviously I'll choose the Maven, the heisted Maven.
I don't know.
Let me finish.
Okay.
I do like the heisted drum in the previous one more though.
Oh, the drum. The drum wasn't heisted. It was just the.
They had the heisted one that you could get on the island, like the.
It was mythic.
Mythic. Something like
the mythic drum.
Something like that.
The mythic drum was nasty.
Yeah.
The drum in general is nasty, but they got rid of the drum.
So I'll carry shockwaves and then ports, the bunkers.
Oh, interesting.
So I'll carry both of them.
Interesting.
And slurps, I mean, obviously.
You carry slurps? I don't carry health.
What?
I always find health. I don't need to carry it. I got way too...
So if there's slurps, you just leave them?
Yeah. Oh, I'll take one like in the moment. I'll take one and then I'll just leave.
Take both of them?
Yeah, because you're always going to find more health. Either someone's going to have it on them or there's always health.
I guess if you're playing with a team, right? But if you're in solo, what are you doing?
Solo, I mean, I know where all little like slurp jars are, slap jars, like things like that, like around the map. And I just think about stuff like that because I'd rather have a loadout that's going to be a good defense than like use a slot for health. So I carry I usually have like a twin mag and or a havoc, like AR. I usually the sharp tooth shotgun.
Really?
The sharp tooth is
the sharp
nasty.
Tooth, bro. I hate it.
Dude, the damage is like 40 damage more. But if you headshot someone, they're done in 1.5. Like you pop them and then switch to your AR, they're done instantly.
You don't carry a sub or anything?
Unless I have to. I'm not a fan of subs, but unless I have to carry one, then I will. But the sharp tooth can also pop someone from 38 meters. I killed someone from 38 meters with a sharp tooth. Yeah.
Okay, so
just nasty.
AR, sharp tooth, rocket ram, shockwave,
a sniper. Usually a silent sniper and or either the briefcase, the business briefcase.
You like it?
Yes. It is essential. If you play this season of Fortnite, if you want to win, you will carry a briefcase on you because you get a second set of hands. And if your team has all briefcases, you throw 4 briefcases down, they're now getting 8 people shooting at them.
Yeah.
You can't compete.
Do you hire NPCs?
Yes.
You do?
Yes. Not every round, but...
In that case, you guys have like 14 people.
Dude, we're an army, man. We're an army. But yeah, shockwave grenades. I use shockwaves if I don't have, or a rocket ram. I'll usually pick one or the other, with just some sort of transportation or mobility.
Interesting.
Yeah, Fortnite segment.
Dude, that was great. I love Fortnite. Okay, if you had to rank 5 video games of all time, what's your top 5?
Oh man, that's hard. Any platform?
I'd say any platform, any type of game.
Dang. Fortnite's definitely a top 5, but like if we're playing like nostalgia, we're going Super Smash Bros. We're going Mario Kart, Mario Party.
Is this in order now? Super Smash first?
I'd say like that's like my favorite game of all time. Is that what we're talking? Like that's hard. That's a hard question.
I would agree with Smash potentially being a number 1.
Smash is so much fun. It's just a great game. Like I said, Mario Party is also fun.
Yeah.
And Mario Kart, all the Mario like party games are great.
So let's just put all the Marios together.
Yeah, I'll say Mario games, like, as its own entity. Love
is that one?
Yeah, well, if we say like, in general?
Yeah.
Like all time?
I want a list.
Yeah, I would say number 1 game to me in my life is the Mario franchise. Like just everything Mario Kart is just too much fun. That's nostalgia. I still have my 64. Ooh. Still have a Nintendo 64. As far as other games, I'd probably say Mortal Kombat. Love that. Fortnite, of course. And let's see, a 5th one.
Would the Call of Duties fall anywhere in there?
Call of Duty's been great, and I've played every single one throughout the years. Zombies was a lot of fun.
Because I grew up on Call of Duty, Black Ops 1, and then
I played from the first Call of Duty.
So it's funny. I actually started with Black Ops 1 and then I went back to MW2 after because I didn't have anything before that.
Yeah, I like Call of Duty, but it's just become copy and paste duty. It's just every game seems the exact same.
Right.
So I probably wouldn't even put it in my top 5.
So you have Mario, Mortal Kombat, Fortnite.
Probably
any of the sports like NBA's, Madden.
I used to like Madden, but I'm not big enough on it to where it's like this is a top 5 game of all time. Like really? I like GTA.
GTA's got to fall.
GTA's a blast.
GTA has to be.
That's gonna be in it.
It's number 4.
And dang, what do I? That's tough. 5 games. We'll just say for
Did you ever get into like League of Legends or anything? I never played that kind of stuff.
Not a League of Legends guy. I'd probably say like Rocket League is great.
Rocket League
is in my top 5. Yeah.
Interesting.
Rocket League, Mortal Kombat, GTA, Fortnite, Mario franchise. It's a spectrum of my games.
Damn.
In a nutshell.
What did you play on mostly growing up or now? And what's your favorite console?
Now I play on One X, Xbox. But I have had a PlayStation. The PlayStation 2. N64 was my first console. I literally got it in 99, and I've had it since.
You got it in 99?
99.
I was born in 99.
I was not born in 99. I got it. We got it in 99 and loved it. I've got like 1080, Battle Tanks, Super Smash Bros, Mario Party 1 and 2, Cruise the World. I got all those on Nintendo 64.
Damn, I should have thrown Pokemon, dude.
Pokemon Stadium.
I love Pokemon.
Pokemon Stadium and Pokemon Snap, also great games. And then I had PlayStation 2, and then I went from the PlayStation 2, never got the Xbox original. I got the Xbox 360.
That's what I started.
I had the 360 forever, still have the 360, never got Red Ring.
Really?
Still have my 360, and it works. Nice. And then I went from the 360 to the Xbox One, the white one.
Yeah.
And now I have the X, the Series X.
Okay.
And that's where I'm at.
Nice.
That's my gaming. I have a Switch too. So I play the Switch a few times.
Switch, so I'm like,
yeah, it's a good time.
I used to play Smash on the Switch all the time.
It's a good time. Yeah, I have Smash. I got like Roller Coaster Tycoon, Mario Party.
Roller Coaster Tycoon, that's an old game, isn't it? It's still around?
But it's on Switch.
Rebooted
I used to play it on Windows. I used to play Roller Coaster Tycoon on Windows.
In middle school, I used to play
Windows
that.
98. I used to play Roller Coaster Tycoon.
Wow.
Yeah.
There was another one that was like similar, but it was more like animals.
Animal Crossing?
No.
My girlfriend's obsessed with Animal Crossing.
Yeah.
She's obsessed. It's bad. It's borderline the reason I bought the Switch.
Right.
It's because she would get mad at me for playing Fortnite. And I was like, well, I'll get you a game. Yeah. She's like, I want Animal Crossing. And I was like, I don't know what that is. It sounds like a 4-year-old game. She's
they should release an Animal Crossing skin on Fortnite so you can just tell her that's what it is. Oh my gosh, cute.
That'd be so funny. Yeah, Animal Crossing, and she's also obsessed with Harry Potter Legacy. She beat that in like a month. Not even.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she grinded that. And that's a long game.
I think to beat any game in a month is pretty
crazy. I don't know. We used to beat Call of Duty campaigns in a night.
I hated
a single night.
We would Call of Duty campaigns.
We would wait in line at a GameStop back when you would get the actual game. We would wait for the premiere. Me and my buddy Cody wait in line at a GameStop, get it, go home, get online together, and see who could beat the campaign first.
Really?
In a party, yeah. And we'd play it until whoever beat the campaign.
Hours and
What's your
hours.
favorite COD campaign?
Oh, that's tough. So, Ghost. So,
Dude,
Ghost? Really?
Yeah.
With Soap and Ghost. That was
The one where like the meteors come from the sky.
Wait, Call of Duty Ghost?
No, not Ghost. It was with Ghost.
Her.
With Ghost, it's Modern Warfare. Modern Warfare, was it 1 or 2?
I love 2.
I think it was 2 with the first appearance of Soap and Ghost.
Yeah.
So when you said Ghost, I thought
that
Call of Duty
campaign-
Ghost. I was like, Call of Duty Ghost was trash.
No, Ghost the character.
Okay. Yeah.
That campaign is probably one of my favorites.
I remember doing the throwing knife kill like at the end.
Yeah, where you're on the ground.
Yeah, that's all you got.
Yeah.
Left, dude.
Also, this is a way throwback. Medal of Honor was kind of like what Call of Duty became, right?
Yeah.
I remember Medal of Honor, and it was the Pearl Harbor Medal of Honor. You started on one of the boats and Japan literally attacks you and you're on the ship and it's getting bombed and it's like the movie. It's crazy. I was like, that was a PlayStation 2 game.
Yeah.
That was a throwback. So,
damn, dude.
Yeah.
Ooh, what a segment. I love talking video games.
Video games,
I don't think
man.
we've ever talked video games on this podcast. That was great.
People don't assume that I play. But yeah, I'm pretty big gamer.
Let's transition into, I wanted to ask you, I actually met your friend Nathan and
Cat lady.
Cat.
Hey,
yeah.
Nathan. Yeah.
So you guys, I didn't know you were also big on cats.
Yeah. Yeah, I've always been a cat guy. I've had a dog. My family's had a dog, only one dog. But cats are just easier to manage, less of a lifestyle. Like dogs kind of come with a lifestyle. I don't dislike dogs. In fact, the people who like dislike cats, you know what I mean? Like,
I know what you mean. I used to be one of them.
You like either like cat people don't dislike dogs, but some dog people like go out of their way to not like cats. You know what I mean? Or there are people who, but I'm not like that. I love it when people have dogs. I just couldn't have one because of the lifestyle around a dog. It can't take care of itself.
Yeah.
And it's always on. The dog is always on. A cat will just ignore you.
You might forget that you have a cat at one point, right?
And I could legit leave for a weekend and my cat's fine. The bowl's filled. The litter box is clean and it's...
Do they just eat what they want as opposed to eat what anything kind of deal?
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, if I just fill their bowl like for X amount, it will last.
He's meal prepping for himself.
Yeah. But I've always had a cat. And now currently I still have like one, but my girlfriend who lives with me, she has 3. So we have 4 cats in my house.
See,
it's a jungle.
I used to be one of the guys you're mentioning that's like, I hate cats. And then I was in Indiana with Brittany, 'cause she lives there, right? And she's allergic to cats, but there was this cat that would always, at certain times of the day, just come. Because they're in the country, right? So there's just land.
Like a wild cat? You're talking about like a neighborhood cat kind of thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It would always come to the garage, but they would never let the cat in.
But they still feed it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's
They're like, oh, he's back. Grab some ham.
You ever heard that song, The Cat Came Back?
And the cat came back the very next day.
Yeah. So, this cat kept coming back and like, I fell in love with this cat named Kit.
That's funny. Cats will do that. They'll do that to you.
I like a wild cat that would just come to me and just start like rubbing on me and I would say, meow, and you'd go, meow. And I was like, damn, dude, you got me. So now they let the cat in.
Yeah. So you met Nathan.
Yes, I did.
Cool guy. He's also from Colorado.
Really?
And he's also like, we're like literally the same person, but we're multiverse, like different multiverses of the same person. It's like, we're that identical, him and I.
You're cat identical.
No, just like anything.
No,
like
you're that identical.
We're cat identical. Just anything in general. Like the fact that we're both from Colorado. We both moved here at like the same time. Same interests as far as like Marvel and superheroes and etc. Like very similar people, just 2 different universes of like
interesting
of guy. Like, but I don't know. It's weird. Like, yeah, he's someone I have some of the most in common stuff with as a person. Yeah, he's a cool guy.
Interesting. I was watching. Was this Joe Rogan's podcast or Theo Von? Whose podcast was it where I think it was Joe Rogan where he's talking about animals that eat their owners.
Oh yeah.
Did you see that
if they like die or whatever.
Yeah, like cats are apparently like the ones that just go straight for it and start eating their owners after they die.
Cats will waste no time eating you if you die. They will feel no remorse. And that's why I love cats.
Which is funny that you say you could leave your cat's bowl full and go on a trip and they'll just eat when they want. But if you die, they'll just go right for it.
Well, they probably go through their food first.
One way to find out.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a good question. Yeah, cats are a good time. And they're kind of just there. But like the difference between a cat and a dog is you have to earn a cat's respect. A dog just gives it to you. It's because dogs are loyal, right? Cats don't care. They don't like that. You have to work for a cat's attention. Like, please pay attention to me. And the dog's like, hey,
you pay attention to me. Yeah.
Yeah, like, hey, I'll give you attention. Hey.
Yeah. How do you control the smell of a cat?
The smell? Well, you talking about like a litter box?
The litter box, dude. Is there ever like
if you go to someone's house and it smells, they're not cleaning their litter box. We clean it every day, every morning.
So if I walk into your place, you won't tell at all. You will not have a cat.
you will probably only tell by like either seeing the cat and or maybe some hair, we call it tumbleweeds that just exist on the ground.
Yeah, okay.
Just a few hair. It's not like crazy. But if we keep it pretty clean for sure. We have 3 different litter boxes, and you still wouldn't be able to smell a litter box. Like we keep it that clean. So
interesting.
Yeah, because I can smell it. I don't like to smell it. Yeah. I've walked into someone's house who has cats, and you can tell that they don't clean their litter box regularly, and it just hits you in the face with the smell, and you're like, dude, what are you doing? Yeah, no.
That's the only reason. Brittany's allergic, and I don't like the smell.
It's fair. But, I mean, allergic is fair, but. I have no issue. I have no issue with them. They're great.
I'll consider a cat. I wanted to talk. I didn't know you were so heavily involved with movies and TV shows in the past, and kind of a 180 from what we were talking about. But I'm like, because I saw like I don't know if it was a show or what it was with Cameron Boyce that you had worked on previously.
Was this Nickelodeon?
Was it? What was it on?
I did Game Shakers.
Is that what it was? I was just seeing like I saw his name. I saw a couple others. I was like, it must have been because there was a lot of the Drake and Josh also actors on that.
Yeah. So the world of social media kind of kicked in like 2005, 6 ish. Like just YouTube was in 2004, and that was 2005. That's like when things just kind of started. But I was in Colorado, again, keep in mind. So like I was always just choir from the beginning, musical theater, etc. We know this. I did tons of shows, but my mind was always like, I want to be like Jim Carrey. I want to grow up and I want to do that. I watched Ace Ventura and I was like, I want to be that guy. And so that was the goal, to do TV and film and do movies. And like Hollywood was the place to go. Got to go to Hollywood to follow your dreams. The whole cliche actor moves to, California kind of thing. And so I did that after I graduated high school, moved to California, started to pursue TV and film, walked the pavement, literally into agencies with a headshot and resume. And they're like, your resume is too musical theater. You have 0 film acting experience, like nothing, like it's not going to work. You're too musical theater. You're too this, you're too that. And I just kept trying. And someone finally took me on. I would do little $100 jobs here, IMDb credit there, nothing crazy. It took me 5 years to land something significant, which was my first like actual theatrical movie with a role. So I shot for 30 days in Malibu, 5 years into living in LA. It was like extra work, background, little things here and there. Like I said, small features, nothing crazy, not enough to make a living off of. I was actually serving tables from 2012 till 7 years. I was serving tables, supporting myself. Had to make a living. And at one point during the recession, Obama, like when that whole thing was, a thing, I accepted the movie, but my job at the time wouldn't work with me. So I quit and I did the movie. And after that, I couldn't find a job. So I ended up dancing on the street of Hollywood Boulevard as Spider-Man.
I was going to ask you about that. That was money. Legit?
I was legit. I did that for like 2 to 5 months, like sporadically through like a summer, until Postmates became a thing. And then I would Spider-Man and Postmates.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's like real life Spider-Man.
Right, without the swinging. It was like change out of my sweaty suit from like 8 hours on the boulevard into my car in Hollywood, turn on Postmates, go Postmates in Hollywood for a few hours and then go home.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
How much money did you make doing that?
On Spider-Man?
Yeah.
On a good day, tourist season. And the thing is, if you ever go to Hollywood, do not approach anyone or take a picture with any character who has a fanny pack or who tries to lure you in. Those are the bad ones, and they will try to literally rob you. So I would never ask for anything. I would always just perform, pose for a picture. Sometimes people wouldn't give me money. That's cool. Like, it is what it is. Like, I'm taking that risk of like, hopefully they enjoy their interaction with me enough to tip me, which was the goal. And then I started dancing. So I put like a bucket out with a playlist, and I had like a whole playlist of songs I would dance to. And it would say, pick a song, leave a tip, watch me dance. And someone walk up and they go, oh, single ladies. And they put the money in the thing. And then I would like just be standing there like this as Spider-Man. And then I'd be like this. And I'd hit play on the boombox. It would play single ladies. And I'd do the single ladies dance as Spider-Man. And it was just funny to watch Spider-Man dance. So in a good day, like a really good day, I would say 200. I would clear 200, 250 $300 sometimes in a day.
Wow.
Cash. So just cash in hand, $20 that I would pay for parking. And then I would go Postmate and make another like $150 for the day. And I did that for a while until I got another serving job eventually. And then I was able to cut back on that to start serving tables again and bartending. And so how this goes into social media is I kind of missed the whole Vine. Like I was on Vine, but like I missed the whole like get famous on Vine or get like Logan Paul vlogging every day on YouTube or, like I couldn't do that. I was trying to support myself like to live, you know what I mean? To pay rent. Mm-hmm. So I didn't have time to like make videos all the time. So I would do them sporadically, but not enough because that also wasn't my goal. TV and film was my goal. So I was like, I'll just make videos to be relevant, kind of. I'll make a Vine, sure. But then social media got bigger and bigger. And I actually ended up going viral with my cat in 2017 for dancing with him. Like literally in my room, I did like a short little video that just exploded.
On what platform?
Facebook.
Facebook.
Yeah, I posted on Facebook and like Lad Bible and Unilad and Cats of Instagram.
Started reposting it.
Yeah, they were like reaching out and they're like overnight. It was just crazy. And I was like, oh, wow. And so I gained a little bit of a Facebook following, a little bit of an Instagram following, nothing crazy. It wasn't like overnight my life has changed kind of thing, but it was like a good traction. So I was like, oh, from here on out, I'm going to post one video a week. Doesn't matter, just something on Instagram and Facebook simultaneously and YouTube. I'm going to post one video a week. That's my goal. Also while serving tables and whatever. But I would film videos literally with my phone and edit them and then post them. And I did that once a week. And I did that for all of 2017, all of 2018, and then through 19. And then in early 2019, a creator reached out to me by the name of Mark Ian. And he's like, hey, came across some of your videos, your cat videos, because I'd make videos like, my cat is my roommate, like it's like his joke, right? Mm-hmm. And we just had this dynamic, and that's how Zeus like became so prominent because I would utilize him in my content. And he's like, loved your skits, with you and your cat, really funny. We should make a video together. And I look at his page. This dude has 3.4 million followers on Facebook.
Wow.
And I think at the time over 1 million on YouTube already. Wow. But really big. He was like really big. Facebook had pushed him as one of the first people on Facebook Watch when Facebook Watch was a thing. He was one of the founding creators because he was so big. Like, so they were utilizing like with Jay Shetty and all those people. So I was like, why is this guy reaching out to me? I was like, I'm no one. I was like, this guy doesn't like, I was like, I just kind of thought of it like, okay, sure. I'll do a video and it'll be like an acting job and I'll just be in this guy's video. It'll be fun. Mm-hmm. And he's like, okay, cool. Come up with any concept you want. You write some jokes. I'll come over to your house and we'll shoot it and we'll put it on my page. And I was like, cool. So I literally took all of the videos I had done with my cat thus far and kind of compiled them into one. And I called it When Your Friend is Obsessed with Cats. And it was just all these scenarios about how but amplified to like a, silly internet way of being obsessed with a cat. Mm-hmm. So I pitched it to him. He loved it. He came over. We shot it in like a few hours. He posted it on his page, I don't know, like on a Friday. Yeah, on a Friday. And it did like 10 million in like 3 days.
Wow.
10 million views in like 3 days. And I was just like, holy crap. I was like, that's awesome. I was like, well, how cool that I had a video do that, right? And
did you see a lot of traction coming to you now?
Yeah, I mean, he tagged me on Facebook, and so I would get, my audience would grow a little bit, but like, he was like, hey, how would you like to do this again? And I was like, I'm there. I was like, I'm down. And so I started to go to his house down in Hollywood, like Beverly, the Grove. He lived near the Grove. So I'd go down once a week and I'd be in one of his videos and he would slowly introduce me into his audience. And I would kind of play like the straight man character. Mm-hmm. Not like necessarily it's always like me, but I would play like the best friend or like the third party person or whatever, just so his audience would see me on a regular basis. He would tag me, I would grow a little bit more, et cetera, et cetera. Fast forward to August of 19, he asked me if I wanted to be a full-time creator on his team, as though it was only just him making these videos, right? Him with like, he would hire an actress or an actor or whatever for like weird things your neighbor does, or, you know, craziest things girls do, whatever the video was. He would hire an actor. But now he wanted me to play another role of him. So we would both be shooting videos at our own houses, but for Smile Squad.
Which is the name of the
group. Sorry if I didn't say that. Smile Squad was the group, but it was just him. He has him, an editor, and a writer. Then he brought...
that was Smile Squad.
That was it. It was just him, and he had an assistant to help him get like props and stuff. But I was the only other creator. So he brought me on, and he was like, I want to build this team, and I want you to make content out of your house. I'll make content out of my house, and we'll double our production and our output. So then we started doing that. Then I'd have my own solo videos with an actor. So I started doing that from August of 2019, and I was still serving tables all while this is happening.
Yeah, wow.
Because I didn't know. I didn't want to put all my eggs in one basket. I couldn't just, he was paying me too. Like he was paying me to be in these videos, but you know, it wasn't again enough to like quit my job. Right. So I was like, I don't know, I guess like, we'll see how this plays out.
So it was like more of like just a base pay as opposed to like a percentage of.
It wasn't a percentage. No, it was a base per video basis.
Okay.
So however many videos I shot, that was contingent on how much I would make, basically. Balancing that with my serving job, I was sitting great. I was fantastic. So that's August of 2019. I became like independent within Smile Squad as my own creator. Started making content September, October, November, December, January, February of 2020, COVID/March, right? Then COVID happens and everything changes, because by that time, from April when he met me in 19 until about March of 2020, we'll say about a year, I had been able to gain 100,000 on Instagram by April of 2020, and about 100 and I want to say like, I think it was 145,000 followers on Facebook.
Wow. On
my page. YouTube wasn't as much. I think it was only like 20K, 30K or something like that on YouTube, which was great. Mm-hmm. But then I posted Disney characters during quarantine on April 1st, or was it March 30th? March 30th, I think.
Wow, you remember dates like that.
I think it was March 30th. It was either March 30th or April 1st. I don't remember if it was April Fool's Day. I think it was March 30th. And I posted that, and literally within 3 days, the video had 60 million views on Facebook because of COVID. It was globally nuts. By the end of the week, it was north of 80 million views. It was just
on Facebook. How much did that make you at that time?
Off Disney quarantine, 25,000. Wow. Off of one video on Facebook. Crap, the CPM was nuts. Everyone was watching on their phones. It made me 25 and change off that video.
How long was the video?
3 minutes and 20 seconds ish.
Just like right above watch.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Right.
Yep.
3 minutes.
Yep. So that was that. Oof. And I was like, holy crap. I was on the news in LA. I was on the news in Australia, Japan.
Just for that one video.
India. Yeah, I was on Yahoo News, everything, everywhere but Ellen. It was the only thing I didn't end up on.
Wow.
Because Ellen was closed down because of COVID, but I feel like I would have been on it. This is the one thing I've always wanted to do, is be on Ellen. But
I mean, still isn't there some stuff going on with her?
Right. Oh no, she's done with her show now, but nonetheless,
yeah, that would have been
globally viral overnight. And I was like, holy crap. Like I was like, here we go. And so my following, 100K on Instagram the day I posted on Disney Quarantine, 145,000 on Facebook. By the end of the week, I posted this like on a Tuesday. By the end of the week on Facebook, I had cleared 700,000 followers on Facebook, just on Facebook. And on Instagram, I was north of, I think, 250, maybe 300. I think I was at around 300,000, 290 or something like that within the week on Instagram from Disney Quarantine. And I was like, holy crap. And so now I had unlocked not only crazy monetization on Facebook, but I was still with Smile Squad. The service industry was under because of COVID. It was done. Mm-hmm. Restaurants were, so I was like, this is a sign. I was like, gotta go all in. So I literally told my service job, I was like, hey, I've been with them for 4 years and they've done everything for me. And I was like, I gotta pull the trigger. Like I gotta take what I can do in this moment and just send it with this opportunity. And with COVID, it was gonna be weird serving people with plastic.
Where were you serving?
My last 4 years, my last job was Maggiano's.
Wait, what is that?
The Italian restaurant in Woodland Hills.
Nice.
Maggiano's, great restaurant, love them to death. And yeah, so then it was every week after Disney quarantine. I did 3 parts of Disney quarantine, 3 different parts each week. So part 2 came out the next week, part 3 came out the following week. And from then on, it was just a runaway train of just posting content every single week to this day. And Smile Squad as well. I would shoot Smile Squad videos during the week, as well as my own content, edit my own content, shoot the Smile Squad videos, send those off, edit my own stuff, post my own stuff, so I could use this momentum, not only from Smile Squad, but also my own content, and stay relevant and not just be a guy known as Smile Squad. I want to be my own guy.
Right.
So
are you still doing that?
I am doing Smile Squad. It kind of fell apart in January of 2022, and we all kind of just went our separate ways, and it kind of had like a weird lull. But now Sam and I, because we had built the team to like 5 people. Sam, another creator on Smile Squad. But, now, so like I had officially left Smile Squad, in February of 22. And then as of recent, Sam and I came back under like a different deal. And we're doing we're shooting once a week, but we'll shoot like 2 videos. But it's not my priority. My content is still my priority, but I'm still doing Smile Squad because it's another stream of revenue.
Nice.
But it's still fun. I still love it. But it is just different now. It's not my main anymore. Like I am my main,
which is great. Yeah.
Yeah. It's crazy. And, it's been a ride for sure, because this year alone has been absolutely my biggest, the brand deals and just overall content, videos, performance, everything. It's been nuts. This year has been my biggest for sure.
Amazing.
So,
holy crap.
It's been a ride. Yeah. It's been a ride, but yeah.
You're basically the dream of a lot of people, which is coming to LA. I mean, being a waiter is something a lot of actors, creators, anyone in the entertainment space has to kind of do, or that's the kind of world they fall into. It's a stepping stone.
It's a rite of passage. People think, there's a lot of people who think I just woke up one day and just did social media and that's all I've done. But like, I'm on the older end of creators. Like I just turned 32 in July.
Which I'm, dude.
So, I mean, I know I don't look 32, but not like people looking at me like, oh, everything was handed to him. And I'm like, excuse me? I was like, what? Like I busted my ass for 10 years, 9 years until I even fell into something substantial, and then had to exploit that opportunity and bust my ass again on top of that. Cause I could have just laid into the whole, like, oh, I work for Smile Squad and put all my eggs in that basket, but I didn't. I wanted to make my own stuff on top of that and just pour gasoline on that fire and build my own brand. And doing all of that took time. And so where I am now, people like might just find me and they're like, oh, this guy, this Disney treadmill guy who's just always been really, has a big following. Like they don't see the struggle, obviously, and I don't expect them to, but like there has been a massive journey to get where I am in this moment right here. And like now to get the deals that I've been getting. I don't have representation. I don't have an agent. I don't have a PR manager. I don't have an assistant. I have nothing. I handle all my own emails. I handle all my own negotiations. I shoot all my own brand deals, edit all my own content. I don't even have an editor. I'm a one-man army in my own content. Damn. And that is what has gotten me to where I am. It's just my own self-drive and will. So it's been crazy, but really grateful to be where I am and be able to do what I do. Is like not even a job. It's just I love it, and I'm glad I'm able to monetize something I love. So that's one of the coolest things for sure.
Congrats, dude. That's
Thank you. No, it's crazy. I still wake up and I'm like, how is this my job? Like, how do I do? Who's letting me do this for a living?
That's your thought after you fix your hair.
Right. Hair first, and then I go,
I made it.
how do I do this?
All right, I think that's a good place to wrap up. Thank you.
They didn't think it was a live, so if you want to say what's up to the live chat.
Thank you guys. If you guys tuned in live, I really appreciate everyone who did. This is live. I got Armand back there replying to all your comments.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. What are some comments? Give me
People just thought this was fake the entire time for some reason.
fake?
We're all
like
AI.
a fake live?
Yeah.
This is a real live,
Why
guys.
would it be fake?
I don't know.
What is so fake? That's weird.
Shout out Boba Lobs.
It's because people think we're just, because I don't like engage, but I like doing it live. So people just assume we're just like a pre-recorded thing that I'm just putting out live. Oh yeah, because he's typing as me.
See, they're focusing on the wrong stuff, man. You got all this information right here in front of you, all this great content,
Man,
and you guys are worried about if it's live or not. It's a video. Watch it.
I've had people be like, touch your head 3 times if this is live. It's like, leave, go to Walmart, this, that.
I'm dead.
I'm like, trust me, guy. I'm out in the middle of Walmart, gun in the air. I'm like, guys, trust me, it's live.
Well, this was great, and I hope it was knowledgeable for people watching, or people found value in this. And thanks for having me and my hair.
Thank you, Boba Lobes and DA Jaden, I think. Thank you guys for watching and commenting. Hell yeah.
Cool. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed, make sure you guys subscribe, hit the follow button, go check out @Tocci. We'll have him linked in the description everywhere. Make sure you guys follow him. I'm your host, Nalbandi. I'll see you guys next week for another episode
Of No Script.
Peace.
Gabe Irwin was watching. That was dope.